We have witnessed heated election campaigns before, but seldom with the level of boisterous anger witnessed during our recent provincial election. Many voters are feeling betrayed by the country they love and discarded from the information highway. But when does reasonable anger end and irrational hatred begin? I mean, we witnessed both during this provincial election. I mean, some have even related it to occurrences that appeared during World War II. I mean, that may sound exaggerated, I know, but those who are still alive from that time can draw parallels, if they asked, rather. What I found most frustrating during this election was the assistance, the simple assistance by mainstream media with their one-sided reporting and the peddling of some intentionally misinterpreted policies expressed by, now, Premier Smith. I mean, these misinterpretations appeared to be an attempt to concern, confuse, and conflict good ideas by distorting what was really intended. I can relate this past election to a comment made many times by my now deceased uncle, who spent most of his life on the political campaign trail. He often said that politics is a true blood sport, not to be outdone by war. And I'm not sure we should really be calling elections a sport, as they appear to be turning into mini wars between countrymen. Interestingly, if you go back in history, after women achieved the right to vote in 1920, opponents to that right argued women would simply vote for the best-looking candidate, all of which at the time were men. I mean, our current election elicited a lot of angry women on the campaign trail and at the doors, which was hard to rationalize by onlookers. Door knockers faced a tough job, in particular, unpaid volunteer, non-union door knockers. I mean, I understand that could change in the future. The verbal conflict they faced at some doors and catcalling from paid knockers they met on the streets just isn't worth it, many said. But political campaigns are usually hard-fought and exhausting in Alberta. This one, in particular, was challenging. Yet, overall, voter turnout numbers did not change as much as the people's attitude. I mean, let us hope professionalism can return to our elections once again. Now, on the federal level, with the recent passage of Bill C-11 and Bill C-18 headed for a similar fate, it does not appear that we will fall back into our happy space tomorrow. The next stop will be the CRTC, which was originally mandated to be controlled by Canadians, but is now afflicted with regulatory creep and it's expanded beyond its original mandate into servicing big monopolies. I mean, it turns out we're faced with big monopolies holding control over what satellite programming will be allowed into Canada, including popular things like Netflix, certain American and other news channels, all of which offered Canadians many more entertainment options. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, popular Facebook and other like forums are also at risk for federal government censorship under the guise of boosting Canadian culture. I mean, that seems somewhat odd, as the last I heard, Canada was accused of having no culture or identity of its own. You know what? The silent majority needs to start speaking up and letting government know, hey, we're here, and we do have an identity. You know what? Stampede Week, Calgary's #1 event along with Flames hockey and Stampeder football cannot come soon enough. Hey, did you enjoy the video? If you did, it would be awesome if you'd subscribe. Just click the button. Take care.